So you got your business running. You've set it up with Taylor Brands. Everything's going well, but you have the one of the people you have is the wrong person. So now we got to talk about that, right?
Yeah, or more than one, right? If
sometimes
something happens with your business, or you don't have one of those companies that does well. If we roll into a recession, we always recommend, layoffs are one of the last things you should be doing because your employees are just such an important asset, and it's expensive to replace people.
It's expensive, and it also the optics of layoffs are an important thing for your existing and future team, right? If they feel like you protect them, until it is, like you said, a last resort, that sticks with people, and that means something. So,
it does.
Being able to show your employees and truly just showing them by action that the only time you let people go is when someone is a problem, we'll talk about that, but also B, when you literally have no other choice and this is what needs to be done to preserve everyone else who is left. So.
Yeah, and that's right. And it's a part of my my notes here talking about how to handle it with people that stay and how you manage that. So I think, it's just it can be a miserable experience, but I would say if you do it right, it can be okay, and you can get through it. And it's the fact that we're talking about it, and if you're thinking about it, this is the opportune time to put some effort into how it's going to work. And so I want to jump in and say something that sounds obvious, but I'm still shocked sometimes when people don't do this. But you always want to have two people involved when you're laying someone else off, right? Not the other person you're laying off, someone else that's there with you, either from your HR department or your supervisor or someone, right? And whether that's in person, if you have to do these things on the phone, unfortunately, hopefully you don't have to, or on a Zoom, if you have a remote, distributed workforce, you want to have another person on the line for everybody's protection and to critique how things went. And after things are done, you want to ask, hey, how do you think that went? And give you tips, because the longer you own companies, layoffs are something that is going to happen eventually, and you want to have some skill at it to make it better for yourself, but even more importantly, better for the people that you're laying off.
So what do you do? I agree with you that in a perfect world or even an imperfect world, having someone there, a neutral third party, if you will, the word neutral might be, incorrect, but someone who is not doing the laying off nor is being laid off, having that person in attendance can be a great thing, because you can protect yourself against, well, you told me this. No, I didn't. This person, you got a witness, right? What do you do, though, if your company isn't big enough or structured in such a way that it's appropriate to bring someone else in?
That's a good question.
Bringing in a peer often would be, gosh, I could see that being detrimental. I mean,
could be. But what about somebody on your advisory board?
Oh, that's interesting.
We talked about here a lot.
Oh, bringing your accountant in or something like that.
Yeah. And maybe it doesn't need to be your attorney, and that may send a wrong signal.
Yeah.
But even if you did, maybe you don't introduce him to your attorney. You call him your advisor. It's like, hey, I've asked my advisor Mike here or whoever to just sit in on it on this, just to make sure or I don't know. Let me see. You want to present it in such a way that it's good for both parties. Hey, we want to have an independent third party here. This is my advisor, Janet, and she's going to be here with us. And then just move right in.
And then move right in. No, that's a great, I like this. I was thinking, maybe using our sponsor Bambee, right? BAMBEE.com/small.
Maybe.
They're not a sponsor of this episode, but like that, they are super inexpensive. And that they can, you could bring them in perhaps for your HR advisor and for that call as well. But I like this idea. But if you don't have that, or you're not comfortable doing that, bringing your accountant in, or your business partner, if you have one, even if you don't have one, bring your spouse in, or your, someone just to be there to be that witness. Yeah. Yeah,
I think it's, if you can have an outside advisor, that's, I think that's the way to go.
Agreed.
Maybe you have to, if it's on Zoom, maybe you just have to record it and say, hey, I'm recording this for both of us, and I would be glad to give you a copy of the recording. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Phrase it that way.
Yes.
I think that's another good way to do it.